I'm Chris Jones and this is the Production Office Live. If you watched the show last week, you'll know that Judy and I announced that the show is going live every other week. So this week is an almost live show, next week will be fully live, then it'll be almost live and fully live. You get the idea. How's it going to work? Well, the almost live show is going to be very much like the live show. It's going to have me and Judy and guests and clips and all sorts of stuff. It's going to be a little shorter, but it's going to have the usual fun and games, and Judy and I will be in the chat rooms while it goes out live at 7:30 on Thursday, so you must tune in if you want to see it live and be part of the fun and games. But this show today is a unique one. It's very different. It'll be the only one of its kind, and we've been listening to what you've been saying in the chat forums, we've been listening to the feedback, and we're going to give you a full behind the scenes of what happened on last week's show, last Thursday's show, episode number 3. So come with me, we'll have a look in the production office. So we've established that this is my office in previous shows. You can see it is tiny. We've got air conditioning here, which keeps us all cool. But in terms of what normally happens, after each show, the following Friday we kind of rest and then we begin the brainstorming process. So let's head up into the office now and we'll talk you through the brainstorming and how the whole show comes together. So as we end one week and begin the next week, we start brainstorming ideas for who we could get on the show. Judy hits the phones, I hit the phones, we start contacting people and see who's going to come on the show, and then we start collating clips to support those interviews, and it's quite a big job because it's hard to find some of these clips sometimes and get them imported into the software so they'll actually play in the show. I start contacting other people like Ollie Lewington, who supplies us his fabulous little bits and pieces, and that all kind of turns over until the day of the show, until Thursday morning. So all of that day, as we're setting up, Judy and I, we start to send out Twitters, to Facebook, to start connecting with people, to basically launch a huge marketing campaign, and that is one of the largest jobs actually in the production office workflow, is just keeping that constant flow of information out to the internet and to all the people watching. As I said, at 3 o'clock we set up the room, and all the technology comes into place, and that takes about 45 minutes to an hour. And then Judy and I start chitter-chattering through all our pre-agreed conversations. So earlier in the week we'll have said, yeah, we'll talk about this kind of thing in this part of the show and this in that part of the show, but we've not really gone through it in detail. So we kind of rehearse it and we talk it through to kind of find our mojo, but not so much that we lose the spontaneity. So actually on the show, we're never quite sure what each one of us is going to say, and we've got to keep that spontaneity. Anyway, here's a little bit of what happened last Thursday.
So I'm Simon Cox, and I'm one of the guests on Chris's new internet show, The Production Office. And as soon as I arrived, Chris put a camera in my hand and said, "Simon, go away and make a little film about the show, bit of behind the scenes stuff."
I think for our our closing thoughts, roll the tape, James, and then it's onwards and upwards. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. So Judy, I've been thinking a lot about what it is that we do as filmmakers, and for all of the people I know who are filmmakers, there was that moment. There's usually two, really. There's the moment you become addicted to films, and then there's that moment you become addicted to being a filmmaker.
All of this, though, certainly in the first couple of weeks for me, as nervous as I got and all of that nonsense, it does feel like being in production again.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part for all of us. Any filmmaker is being on set. Yeah. That's where we're all at home, and this feels it's like a little taste of that every week.
Yeah.
So we kind of crave it, and yet at the same time, it's getting in the way of what the other stuff.
So already what we've noticed is that viewers have already started logging on to the website livestream.com/gorillafilm. So already the counter is starting to roll up, which starts to add a little bit of pressure because we know people are already watching, which is a bit nerve-wracking. Judy then starts to work through the running order, which is a document like this, which basically lists all of the bits in the show, where there are straps and where there are VT inserts. It's very, very detailed and printed out in colour, but we jiggle through that to try and find any problems. And for instance, last week we had a problem with Jen because she couldn't actually get to Starbucks on time.
Hawaiian shirt. Oh. How do you spell Hawaiian?
Doesn't matter.
Just to me.
Okay, Jen's got problems in getting to Starbucks. She won't be in Starbucks until 11:30.
Chit chat. You're VT. You're on the competition VT. We've got all the stuff with the charades. Minutes before we get to Simon, I think. I think that's going to take us at least 20 minutes. So that's 10 to 8. He comes in. She's not going to get there. Sorry.
So
she'll be ready any time.
Yeah, but we won't be. We can't set it up.
Okay. Well, this is our panic moment that you were looking for, isn't it?
The problem is Jen has babysitting issues, and it means she can only be in Starbucks at a particular time, and it's just really hard to organise. And anyway, what can you do? Use that stress ball. But hopefully, once everything is locked, then we've got a fixed running order that isn't going to change, and James, our vision mixer, is going to need this. I start transferring it onto cards because I can't really, I can't read this kind of document. So what I'm doing now is I'm transferring all the running order onto these cards, which I manually write out for myself because I just find it much easier than kind of working with this. James uses the running order, Judy uses the running order, but I just can't. I lose my place very quickly. So it works very much for me, and it's a way to kind of rehearse the show in my head before we go live. So yes, so charades. The only problem is I tend to mix them up on the actual show and get lost, but I've got to stop doing that. What about the Kazakhstan? I think let's drop the Kazakhstan thing, yeah? So it's right about now, about 5:30, 5:45, that James turns up, and we can have a full lockdown of all the technology. Everything gets fired up, and that's when really the nerves start to kick in because the lights get switched on. Needing to do my hair is what I am. I'm doing a very important thing, which is putting a bit of hair gel in before I get told off for not being, hair gelled.
Not quite.
Mary had a little lamb. I don't know why you're not getting any. I'm not switched on.
No.
There we go. Hello. Welcome to the show. I now have VU meters, and here we go. In 1 hour and 20 minutes we will be going live. Once everything is rolling and once everything is in place, we actually do a pre-show stab, a little kind of 30-second on the show tonight kind of thing. Now we do that to advertise the show to all the people who are already on the channel on the internet, but it's also, frankly, it's a technical check to make sure everything works. James, okay, quiet please, we're going, faders up. This is the production show. I'm Chris Jones. We'll be going live with the show in just 1 hour and 20 minutes. So don't forget, tune in 7:30 UK time here on the production show. The production office show, and tweet your friends now, Facebook your friends now. Tell everybody this is where the party is going to be at. Okay, back to the title card. And once we've done the technical test, then we go for a full technical rehearsal where we run through the running order at speed, making sure all the graphics, all the strap lines, everything is in place, and finding out any problems that we can. Like on this particular one, we forgot to mic up Judy, so she had to do her thing with balloon hands.
I don't know. I've got to get my mic on without revealing anything to anyone.
Okay, we're going for a full technical rehearsal. We're live in 56 minutes. So we need to get through this in the next 30 minutes. Are you rolling, James?
We are rolling. We're literally just about to hit the credits, and we're going.
Okay, 30 seconds. This is really scary, actually. Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to step aside as we're about to go live. We're live in the rehearsal. So, welcome to the show. I'm Chris Jones. This is the production office. Welcome to my production office, where the magic of the movies that we make happens from here at Ealing Studios, at the very top corner of S Block. Some people call it a studio. We call it a studio. Other people call it an office. Frankly, it's a cupboard. With me...
What no sound? Oh, shit.
With me It's Judy Goldberg. Judy,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm alright. I'm pretty good, Chris. Thank you.
Okay, and you're going to do something else live.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
How are you doing, Judy?
Do you know what I'm doing? I'm doing a lot better this week. I'm trying something a little bit different.
What are you trying?
Balloon hands, Chris.
Balloon hands. Okay. That's a bit weird.
Chris, we've got 20 minutes.
No, we got 15 minutes. Actually, 16 minutes. The heat is really on. While we're doing the technical rehearsal, outside the production office is Maureen, who is acting as a PA and meeting our guests as they arrive, and then chaperoning them down to a green room down the hall where they can sit and they can watch the shenanigans, and once the show goes live, they can actually start watching the show down there. It's a cupboard, but we're managing to squeeze our show. Now, once the show is actually transmitting and going live, we actually need those short 90-second clips, like a trailer or a clip from a film, in order that we get the guests in and out, and Judy in and out. It's a bit of a kind of panic. The moment we go to that clip, it's all panic, panic, panic. Get the next person in, get the other person out, and once they're sat down, it's all calm, and we wait until that clip is over, and then we go into the next section. So thank you, Ollie, for that very insightful clip about YouTube. I'm now going to be figuring out how to get myself into the partner program. With us in the studio, should I say the office, with us right now is David Wilkinson of Guerrilla Films. David, welcome. And finally, after everything's been done, after everybody's been interviewed and the competition has been messed up by me dropping a gaff, or whatever else has happened, the show is finished and it's time to pop the champagne, which is very rapidly becoming a bit of an institution for us here at the production office.
It's not even got a proper cork.
There you go. I don't even know. Wait. Oh, it just unscrewed.
Oh no. That's
there you go.
Keep watching Chris's blog for updates on the next live show, which will be in 2 weeks' time. It's going to be super duper exciting.
It is. So, onwards and upwards. James, roll the credits. Oh man, okay.
James, how are you? Yeah, I'm alright.
Oh man.
I'm still going. I've got the closing credits.
Oh right. Hard. Okay.
So once the show is done, we take a little breather. We check the chat rooms to see if anybody's still hanging out there. We make our quick phone calls to our loved ones, say, hey, was it okay? Did it actually work? And we just relax, and then we start thinking about the next show. Okay, so that's the end of the behind the scenes for the production office. We hope you've enjoyed it. Just giving you a little snapshot into the disorganized creative chaos that happens here every Thursday. Do tune in next Thursday, 7:30. In fact, tune in every Thursday, 7:30 UK time, to watch the production office live, or the production office almost live. And remember, next week it's live, and the following week we're hoping to broadcast live from Cannes. Do stay and keep chatting in the chat room with the other people who've turned up this evening. Do come back next Thursday, 7:30. That's all we have to say, aside from roll the credits.